My journey to get to where I am right now in my career, it really began where I think a lot of people at Rimkus began. This idea of how can we help other people? When I started off, I wanted to be a doctor because I didn't really know what doctors do. So I went into college thinking I was going to become an MD, a medical doctor. But I left with a love of discovery and research. In my undergraduate research, I was really looking at how memory retention worked, long-term memory storage and retention. And that led me into my graduate work, which was in immunology, innate immunology, a type of immunology, and research into how various plants can resist various viruses and genetic mechanisms behind that. And when I was in my postdoc, I was looking at how different species of sea urchins have gene expressions in order to have different durations of life. When you imagine me knee-deep in the water doing research on sea urchins, how far away from humans have I gotten? I have really drifted away from helping humans. I mean, you are, but it's going to be 30 years later before you're doing anything. And I did an informational interview with someone who told me about human factors in medical devices, and it was love at first sight. And I've been doing it ever since. And now we're part of a larger organization that has a lot of other ways to also help people. And it's been a really wonderful path. Being a leader, it's not about you. You need to let go of this idea of, what am I going to get out of this? How am I going to benefit from that experience? If that is your focus, then leadership is probably not the role for you. But if you can step out of that and instead say, what am I going to provide to the team? How can I support the team? Well, how can I teach them to show up and raise their hands? When I was conducting my postdoctoral research, my research advisor was somebody who was a very present parent and a successful scientist. And when I was pregnant with my first kid and then came back to work with a newborn, she gave me the space to succeed and contribute, but did not ignore the fact that I was a new mother. And this idea of mentoring the whole person, that people they have complex lives and lots of things are happening. And my baby got up really early in the morning. I'm not a morning person, but it enabled me to work in the evenings. And she understood that. Allowing people when they have these brief moments in their lives that are different, allowing them to stay on track, providing support for them, seeing them as the whole person they are at that moment means that you don't lose good people. And in the long run, you benefit. I think that inclusivity starts with the hiring process. We are looking for people with different backgrounds, different experiences, even different training. There's people on my staff that are cognitive psychologists, anthropologists. I have a biomedical engineering person. This idea of bringing in different viewpoints and experiences enhances our methodologies and it helps us function better. So I think inclusivity starts with the hiring process and continues by having everyone at the table, allowing people to share different viewpoints. I maintain a philosophy that when you're mentoring and galvanizing people, that you're actually trying to keep in mind the whole person. People are big and complicated. They have interests. They have elderly parents they might be caring for at home. They win Saturday soccer games. This idea of supporting the whole person that you're working with really creates a sense of community among the team. And then when you have a shared vision, everyone is going to be driving together to the same goal.